Morning, morning, everybody. Michelle is here on the West Coast. All right, I'm on the West Coast. Can you believe it? Let me show you what my view is. Okay, so yeah, it was rough because of course, I got lost several times, and I think, like I said, I trust my energy. My energy was sending me into places that I had to see to believe. And what do I mean by that? Well, it kind of gave me some clarity on the state of things. Now, am I sounding like doom and gloom? No, and that's not my purpose. Is to sound doom and gloom. Adjust this temperature in here. Yeah, that's not my purpose to be announcing doom and gloom, but I like to give people information so that people can make their own decision. Everything is free will, and so I travel all over the place. I went in up into the mountains and into places where everybody, you know, um, gets so excited about, like Joshua Tree. You know, I was shocked at the condition of Joshua Tree area. Hey, hey, that I mean, but who am I? I was shocked at the amount of the scorchness to certain plants out in certain areas, and I was more so extremely shocked about the rocks and the formation of how they are, just don't look stable to me. Now, there's nothing anyone can do about those rocks. They weigh tons and tons and tons. So I say any effort to do anything about it is kind of fruitful. But everybody does what everybody does. I'm talking and giving my theories and opinions, and talking free willy, in a free will way. Make sure I got, yeah, talking freely, openly, and clearly and effectively. Um, I was coming from the East Coast over to the West Coast. Hey, I gotta have fun, and my skin is really, really dry too over here. But hey, I'll deal with that too. I'll probably lick at my lips even more so over here than I was in the East Coast. But I'm enjoying the moment. Then my hotel room is a mess because I need to get stuff organized before I move on. So I'll be here for a minute, not for a minute, but for but maybe a week or so before I go over into California. That's where I eventually want to, you know, that's my destination as well. The destination I want to take and a destination I will take. How about that? But I just wanted to say, because I was on the phone with one of my relatives that I had planned to visit, but I decided against it because the two of us never really got along growing up, and I can remember this person saying to me that they hate me. I laugh because I know what that is. The energy of hate. I told you it can masquerade as love, but usually hate has a lot to do with jealousy and envy. And that's how it's always been with this particular relative, jealousy and envy. And I think if this person could hurt me, they would. I always got my eyes in the wrong position. How about that? Yeah, I think if this person could hurt me, they would if they had a chance. How about that? So anyway, I wanted to go see this person, but I decided against it. I just talked to him on the phone. He sounds the same. He sounds good. He's getting ready to take a trip, and I advised him against it, and he's deciding to go anyway. And that's fine. Everybody has free will. I told him of the dangers, and it's the dangers about going into these mountains with these rocks. Okay, I'm not, trying to spoil anybody's fun and having fun in the sun. But I would be irresponsible if I didn't um, um, express the dangers. Okay, if I didn't express the dangers that I saw just coming through, and I went all up in it. And I was so pissed, not pissed, but I was using. I should have got my paper map like I always do. I wouldn't have been going. I went around and round and round and round. I went into so many circles. I didn't know where I was. And then when I was trying to look at the GPS and I couldn't do it because of the condition of the roads. I had to keep my eye on the road. I couldn't keep watching and looking at my GPS on my cell phone. So that's crazy right there. But I think I went round and round and round and round. I mean, I think I went round and round and round and round in circles for about 3 hours. But I eventually got to my hotel, and I like it over here. It's cute, It's cute. I don't know. I didn't want to have any expectations, so I don't have any expectations per se, and to say it's cute. So I decided to go ahead and just hang up. And so they don't have their television services down, so I have no idea what's going on in the world. I'm gonna eventually check it out on the computer, if I can get the correct information that's going on. But apparently, they're having issues in this hotel with television. So no one has television service out here. Okay. I mean, but it is out in the area because I remember when I was traveling to get here, I was in areas where they had no cell phone coverage, none. So if you were stuck out there, where were you? Well, so the question is, if you get, how would you respond if you're out there, no cell phone coverage? What would you do in those mountain regions? Joshua Tree, near the Joshua Tree area. Further west of there or northwest of there. In certain area where there's no cell phone tower coverage. And I'm trying to remember that area where I think it was like 95 North or 166, 163 or something like that. No cell phone coverage up in there. I think it's near the airport or something too, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know the area. But yeah, I was going round and round and round and round and round in circles. But the thing is that what I did is I took my own advice and I just kept going. I just kept moving. I didn't panic. I just kept moving because I had no cell phone coverage. And I had just enough gas to get to where I was supposed to get, So this has been this journey, which I won't remember a lot of it. I can guarantee it. You're not going to remember it. But this journey allowed me to use all of my senses, my visual, hearing, my feelings, sensing, receiving, everything, taste. Because I remember at one point I couldn't even hear. My ears were blocked. I couldn't hear nothing. And I kept trying to, swallow to pop them. They wouldn't pop. And, I was just, I can tell a lot of what's happening is a lot of the destruction to these mountains are man-made. You can tell, with drilling and all that we do. I saw some people building. I saw some homes going up, constructions for homes going up, And I'm seeing this. I'm saying that about this particular place, in this particular region with the mountains. Texas has a lot of issues. I told you that. With the infrastructure. Of course, Florida does. All along the East Coast, we have proof of that that no one should be living, in certain places on the East Coast, just as well as the South Coast, Southwest Coast. So anyway, I just want to make it known that I told a relative not to go up in those mountains, but he insists on doing so. And he's that typical self-righteous, stubborn type. He's similar, he has some similar features, that I'm used to. And and definitely jealousy and envy. Definitely, he has jealousy and envy for me. Has always had that. Stealing my stuff, stealing my mail, stealing my music and stuff like that. So I mean, he's a close relative, and I don't need to say more than that. I found it weird that because I think it was an impulse for him to come out to the West Coast. He was here before, but I think it was an impulse decision to come out here. Okay, and that's how he operates. He operates off of impulse, and that's why he's doing this impulse of going into the mountains and and this and that and the other with other friends. At least there'll be friends there. You know, but other than that, I got a lot to do, a lot of paperwork and stuff to do. But I just want to give an update of my journey. And like I said, I'm gonna forget that journey. I saw what I needed to see. I had confirmation. Okay, I have confirmation. I have validation. I feel validated in when I say that Earth is in trouble. I have validation for it. I mean, I sensed and received it with all of it. I'm not putting no emotions in it. I'm not projecting. I was just there in the moment. And I realized, if somebody, a lot of people are going to get themselves trapped. Okay, how about that? And they're not going to know how to survive. We've done too much. I just don't see how you can repair a lot of things. You can make an attempt, but I think it's dangerous to do so. I think we should just leave it alone. Stop the interference. Leave things alone, and do everything you can to advise people of the dangers and let them know that they are taking a risk to be driving in certain areas. I won't have no need to be driving in the areas that I drove in yesterday. I was out there exploring. I was out there visually taking it in so that I can know. I took some pictures or videos, I guess, and put some on Facebook. Just let people know, that I'm serious about what I'm doing. This is not a game. This is well thought out, planned experiences, and I'm also following an alignment. Okay, this is not impulsive. It's gonna be difficult, yes, absolutely, because I got to change over most of this paperwork and getting us all bogged down and intentionally overwhelmed with paperwork. That's all it is. Okay, other than that, because you remember back in the day, people were able to travel all over this country, all over this world without GPS applications, AI technology. The American Indians or the Native Americans, respectfully speaking, they knew how to recognize the signs of Earth and recognize the voice of Earth. They were able to capture, because, remember, Earth is a living being. Okay, so you affect one, you affect everything. Like I said with the brain, you affect one side of the brain, you affect all of the brain. So I want to give love to Native Americans and the American Indians for your diligency and your love for this planet and this world and certain regions, of how you were able to forecast and be able to, forecast with respect, always giving respect to a planet. And keep in mind, this planet is supposed to last for, millions and millions and millions of years. But due to our neglect, a lot of things that should have been happening millions of years in advance are starting to happen are starting to happen now. Think about that. Contemplate. Don't ruminate. So what I'm going to do, and trust me, I'll be back with more, but I just wanted to share this, and because I need to go ahead and get some things done. today I need to hustle and bustle. I knew on Monday I wasn't gonna get shit done anyway because nobody was getting nothing done on Monday. You remember? Today is Tuesday. Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday is usually when I like to put the pedal to the metal, as they say, and get stuff done because that's so important and crucial. So I want to send peace and love to everybody out there. Michelle is on the I almost said Michelle is on the East Coast. Michelle is on the West Coast. That's gonna be hard to kind of with my jaw and shit. But I want to send peace and love and trust me. And I made it over the stars, over the moon, and over the mountains, baby. And trust me, I'll be back.